Have you ever wondered what the real value is of a brand photography shoot or a video shoot for your small business? What is the actual return on investment when you invest in a brand photography shoot or a video shoot for your business? That is the topic that we are going to be talking about today. Now, if you struggle with organizing your content that you have gotten from a brand photography or video shoot, in the back end, as a business owner, I have a social media content calendar bundle. It's completely free. And all you have to do is put in your email, and you will get a bundle of 3 different formats to organize your content for social media. I know that that is a struggle for so many businesses. And I think that that is going to help you out so much to just organize and streamline your content. So definitely click the link below to get your social media content calendar bundle. The number one thing that you get with a brand photography or video shoot is an up-leveled and unique reputation. So let me explain this a little bit deeper. What I mean by reputation is actually more of a representation. So whether you are a local business or you are based online, getting one of these shoots is actually going to be highly, highly valuable for representing your brand. When somebody, like a photographer or a videographer like me, can creatively represent what you do, and especially with you in it, but we will get to that later. When somebody has the capacity to creatively represent what you do in their way, but also incorporating your authentic vision for your business, this is when you start to get an up-leveled reputation because you're not only hitting on the unique thing that you offer, meaning like your authentic spark, your authenticity is showing in these photos and videos, but you are always going to have a professional representation of yourself, especially if you choose a brand photographer or a videographer who has a portfolio that you align with. So what you are guaranteed to get when you invest in brand photography or video is an up-leveled and unique reputation. When I say reputation, I mean in your very specific niche, what you offer. If you offer, say, jewelry, right? We'll use that as an example. If you're a metalsmith and you do jewelry and you choose a brand photographer that has a very grungy vibe, right? Because it aligns with your style of jewelry, that is automatically, because of how aligned it is going to make your brand look 10 times more niche specific to who you're serving versus if you were to invest in a photo shoot with a photographer that really loves light colors and very clean, simplistic, minimalistic style. So if you can align your brand visuals with the brand photographer that you choose, that's a plus. But either way, you are always going to get this up-leveled, unique reputation. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about high quality standards, right? So this is obviously the main thing that most people think about when they're considering a brand photography or video shoot. And I will say that it definitely has its place and it should definitely not be ignored when we are choosing a brand photographer and a videographer. But what people are really actually saying when they are investing or want to invest in a professional photo shoot is they want to be seen as high quality. They're basically representing that their standards are a little bit more high quality versus you just creating content yourself for your business. There are many things that I have talked about on this channel, not directly, but a subject matter that I've talked about. And it is the fact that I don't believe all business owners should be creating content, or I don't even think that they really want to. I think that society, the whole social media landscape, has made it seem so accessible and easy for people to create content. Now, that is not a bad thing. And I do think that if you are a business owner and you have an interest in creating content, then so be it. Like that's exactly what that is for, right? That's exactly what the social media landscape for businesses should be for. Those people who actually really enjoy creating these short little snippets or they create longer form content like this, I do believe there's a time and place for that. But I don't believe that every business owner started their business just so they could create content about it. I think that that is the problem. That is the main problem that I ultimately want to be solving. I have so many little tactics and techniques that basically streamlines content off of your plate. But for now, we're going to stick with the video subject. If you want to check out any of my resources, I have a whole free resource vault. You can get on my newsletter for monthly newsletters. I might up it to 2 newsletters a month where I basically give you a content update. But yeah, sign up for the newsletter or get the free resources down below. So no matter what you do in your business, you could be a plumber, you could be a builder, a gardener, or you are a product creator, right? All of this is accurate to what I'm saying and can be transferable. But when you invest in professional quality photos or videos for yourself, you automatically are trusted more by your audience. And so the takeaway here is high quality standards. That is what you get with brand photography and video for your business. Okay, so let's now talk about the third piece of this, which I believe is often overlooked, and I don't believe it should be. I think that it is very important. So, brand photography and video allow you, the business owner, to be involved in the content. This wouldn't happen in the same way, in the same capacity. It would never compare if you tried to take professional photos of you alongside your business, doing the thing that you do in your business, or just in your process, right? Even if it's not necessarily you exactly doing your business, if you got a brand photography shoot that incorporated you as portraits, whether it was in your shop or whether it was just professionally done, and then you also got photos done of your product that you've created or your space that you do your services out of, it's all going to have similar color schemes, right? Because we're talking about the same day, it's the same day that you're going to have this kind of shoot. You just want a little bit of variance, and hopefully your photographer doesn't charge you extra for just kind of giving some variance so that you basically get variance for your content library that you're going to build, which I'll get into in the next one. But your photos will incorporate you and your business, whether it's a space, a product, a service, and as well as you with your business, alongside your business. If you're a yoga teacher, you helping people stretch in a certain way, that is also you alongside your business. If you're a candle maker, it would be you making the candles, and we would capture those images of you creating, right? That is one of the highest pieces of value that you get with a brand photography or video session. And I don't think that this could ever be recreated unless you literally had somebody else with you doing the photos. And if they don't have to be professionals, right? This can be done from a team member, of course. But when you invest in brand photography and video from a photographer, you are getting the professionalism that is also going to give you these two other benefits that we talked about, which are the unique and up-leveled reputation and the high quality standards. So just to round it up, we've got the connection building here, which is the allowing you, the business owner, to be involved in the content, because that is the ultimate trust builder and it's the ultimate personable business builder, right? Like you now are getting personable when you show up in your content, and that is what drives connection. Okay. The last thing that you get with a brand photography or video session is a growing content library. So, what do I mean by this, and how can this show up in different ways? So, if you invest in a photo shoot, video shoot, we want to make sure that what you're investing in is definitely going to be worthwhile. It's going to last you long, and you're going to actually be able to use all of it because you know it's going to come out good. So, this last piece is basically talking about the idea that you can suggest to your photographer or videographer that you want this content to be evergreen. You want to use this on your website for years to come, your social media platforms for years to come, and hopefully, this brand photographer or videographer is going to make everything evergreen, meaning nothing that indicates what year it is, basically usable for years to come, which can oftentimes mean more simple, but more impactful, if that makes any sense. Whether it's, for instance, let's use the candle maker example again. Evergreen content in this respect would be the business owner and or the candle maker wearing something that is really on brand, whether it matches the brand colors that they've chosen or it just goes with the brand colors that are present for them at the time or in the environment that they're being photographed in. This is important because if you start to feel like, wow, this lime green shirt is just now messing up everything that I built on my website because it doesn't match with anything, that's when it's going to be a problem and you're going to want to just get another shoot done. So I'm going to try to help you avoid that by thinking through these things. The business owner could be wearing something that either matches the brand colors or just goes with it very well. And the environment should be clean, pristine, set up in a way that kind of gives you a sense of longevity, like this is where I'm at right now, but maybe it's the best representation of where you're at right now. Maybe you're going to expand your candle business eventually and have everything be very stainless steel and white and clean looking. So if you're not there yet, what I would suggest for a candle maker who wants to invest in a brand photography shoot, I would say clean your space to make it look the most representative of where you want to go and where you want to eventually be, because that's going to be the closest representation to where you are going in the future. And therefore, it's going to align with everything you do now. And it's almost like kind of a form of manifestation in that sense, where it's like you're basically representing yourself as you want to be seen versus how you maybe are. And so when it comes to kind of this growing content library benefit that you get with investing in brand photography or videography, this is something that could be used for all digital marketing services or in-person marketing services, right? So when I say in-person marketing services, we're talking flyers, brochures, little inserts in your product shippings. This is all about like the collateral that you would include or that you would give to somebody else who's basically having you at a vendor event or promoting you because you're being featured in something or you're doing a giveaway with somebody. A lot of things that are in person can also be translated to online, but online can just be endless with how you use content, right? Like social media, website, blogs, again, giveaways, features, podcast episodes that you're on. It will endlessly go. So these photo shoots that you invest in can last you a very long time. But I will say because I am somebody who really values being in the present and representing yourself in all these beautiful chapters of life and in your business. There could be value to getting photo shoots and video shoots a little bit more often than, say, once a year. It could be for certain campaigns or certain things that you are changing in your business that you now want to represent in a different way. And all of this is truly going to come down to your growth, you and your growth. And hopefully you have access to a photographer who does things in a sustainable way, or you've found a photographer that does things in a sustainable way. I do really value season-driven content creation as well. And that is why I offer mini shoots in my Facebook group that you can sign up for. It's totally free community. I do season-themed mini shoots every season. So like you can get your content refreshed based on your location. And if you're a product-based business, I do that remotely. So that's just an example. I know a lot of photographers, I don't want to call people out, but it's a bit inaccessible to some extent, what I've found in particular. When I'm looking for a brand photographer, I would hope to just go on Google and search, but I don't know if they're going to be non-sustainable for me to invest in consistently. So hopefully those things are very accessible to you in what you're looking for. And I hope this video helps you out with understanding what you actually get with a brand photography or a video session. Now let's round it up and just go through it with a list one more time. So the actual results of brand photography and video production can bring to your small business an up-leveled and unique reputation, high quality standards, connection building, and growing content library. So I hope that these four things made you either reconsider, consider, and give somebody the green light to do your brand photography session. That was my only hope for this. Now, if you are looking for a way to really organize on the back end your content, particularly for social media, I have a really great bundle for you. It is in the Google Drive. It is called the Social Media Content Calendar Bundle. There are 3 files: Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. And you can basically use that template to create your social media content calendar. And that way, you'll be able to add your content to the page that you got from your brand photography or video session. And then you just create the captions, and it's easy, done, quick, organized, and completely streamlined so that you can just consistently publish content for your business. All right, guys, that is all for now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.